Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of The Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today, as we do... Oh, right, the cooldown. Is there a cooldown? As we do a little bit of, dodging. There is a cooldown, yes, that last episode I was like, why do I do this? And yes, it's a function that the game has. It lets you dodge in a first-person shooter that doesn't require you to dodge. We have a computer over here that I didn't, well, intrude upon. Inappropriate automech. Sir, I promise you, no automechanical in the galaxy is capable of falling in love with you. It is far outside of their set of capabilities. If there is a legitimate reason that this current automechanical is not fulfilling your department's needs, please file a request for an upgrade using Form AM265B with permission from your manager. Thank you, from Judith Vargas. Or Vargas. Apologies over here. No, sir, that was not a comment about your inability to secure a marriage contract. No automechanical is capable of loving you because they are literally not capable of loving anyone. Automechanicals function through a simple series of state machines that are designed to problem solve for a limited list of scenarios, which is not how actual AI in the real world works, which is interesting because this makes the automechanicals in this game literally worse than your cell phone that you have on your pocket right now. These scenarios all directly relate to the task that the automechanical was created for. In other words, a security automechanical might be able to question unauthorized personnel about where they left their biometric ID, but a chef automechanical can only ask them if they want extra salt. Even if, in theory, an automechanical was deliberately modified to learn speech patterns and how to mimic human behavior, those behaviors would be a hollow imitation. So if your automechanical assistant really did make a comment about your posterior, it was because they were programmed to say it, that's all. Judith, now is not the best time to request a transfer. I've got a reliable source that tells me the OCI may be under official audit soon. There's been word of some kind of corporate sabotage. I wouldn't request a transfer to the chem labs either. They've just had their budget and their personnel slashed. And we know how that went. Trust me, you don't want to be associated with either office. Stay with us. We know what we're doing. No, they didn't. They definitely did not know what they were doing. I am wondering, though, about the, automechanical that apparently fell in love. We got all the messages here, yeah. Because it's not related to the... I mean, it doesn't seem like it's related to the... what's the word? The Marauders. You know, these ones down here. Oh, speaking of which... There's some Marauder bits down here. Yeah, we didn't explore the center area. I mean, we did a little bit, but not for the most part. Lots of dead people, huh? I mean, sentries. These weren't me. Huh. So, was it the Marauders who killed the robots? Because I could see that happening. Okay, so we're supposed to go in through here, right? Yeah, right. There's not a whole lot to see. It's a relatively linear level, all things considered, which is fine. I didn't need the Adrena time.
Can't keep us out.
I figured this wasn't the way forward. What do we have? A heavy machine gun. Nope, break it down. Some adrenals, some facial masking creme, and level head. I'll take that. Electromagnetic flash lens, a shock cannon hyper. Those are all relatively high value, high prices. So we're good. This feels very familiar. This level. And it's because we've been here, isn't it? Glacier water. It's because we've been here, I think. Unless... Nah, it's the same. It's the same. I think. The one where we had to fight a bunch of things. For sure. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So I'm not lost anymore. This is good news. And this door requires, well, it doesn't require much. But it does require me to be a little bit better at this. So, no, that's double clicks don't work.
Gosh,
Even though, honestly, they should. Yeah,
that's clever.
they really should. And there's nothing here. Okay. Messages, thank you. Okay, this is from Metcalf A, or A Metcalf, to C Norwood. Printer broken, in reply to that. It's not broken, it's just out of paper. Which I have to say is pretty damn amazing, how in the name of the grand plan did you manage to print 450 documents in a week. Those can't all be transfer requests, can they? I know this project is well funded, but the head researcher must be even more famous than I thought if we're getting this many. And that's to Norwood as well from Blomstead. Colin, you know our policy. Even if you do have proof that Mr. Putnam has been taking your lunch, Spacer's Choice disciplinary guidelines for theft only apply to Spacer's Choice property. You, your lunch, and Mr. Putnam all constitute Spacer's Choice property. It is legally impossible for property to steal from itself. Please note that an inability to protect your own source of nourishment will be reflected on your permanent record. If you cannot be trusted to guard your own sandwich, you cannot be trusted to guard classified information on behalf of Spacer's Choice. Karen Blomstead, Senior Regional Vice Manager of Human Resources. P.S. Please have those reports sorted and on my desk before lunch. You're not in a junior position anymore, Colin. Right. Unfortunately, that argument seems like bollocks, even within the company, because then if the employees stole from the company, then it would be impossible for the company to steal from itself, or the property to steal from itself, because it's all property. You know what I mean? It's like, that means that if employees steal from the company, that then they shouldn't be penalized. Of course, they would be, or they will be, but anyway. Let's see what we have. Thank you for using, yes. So this is to Norwood as well from Human Resources Employee Exchange. Spacer's Choice is aware of Dr. Lowe's eccentric habits. Yes, Dr. Lowe medicates himself with experimental drugs of his own design. No, we have not mentioned this flaw in Dr. Lowe's character in our exchange contract with Auntie Cleo. We believe that Dr. Lowe's behavior is consistent with the values of our rival company. Dr. Lowe and Auntie Cleo are, in the opinion of Spacer's Choice, an ideal match. Both Dr. Lowe and the Auntie Cleo company believe themselves to be, quote, better than nature. Please be informed that Auntie Cleo has generously offered at least 3 senior personnel in exchange for Dr. Lowe. It is Spacer's Choice company policy to accept any bargain in our favor. Sincerely, that's just a dumb policy, because of course, like, anyway, sincerely, then it's just that. And then we have from the Human Resources as well to Liu, Michael Liu. The office has reviewed your report of unlawful behavior exhibited by certain colleagues at your designated workplace. We find the contents of your report alarming and inconsistent with the values and vision of the Spacer's Choice family. While it is the duty of every member of our family to report seditious and unlawful behavior, it is important to express your report using appropriate company-approved language. Your description of, quote, violent outbursts and aggressive behavior, unquote, from your colleagues is problematic. Furthermore, the office disapproves of your obvious exaggerations of any physical injury sustained in your alleged altercations with your colleagues. Spacer's Choice is not liable or responsible for any injuries caused by Spacer's Choice property, including machinery or other co-workers. Your description of your colleagues' behavior portrays Spacer's Choice in an unflattering light and will be stricken from any official record. Do not discuss, describe, or imply the contents of your report to your co-workers. Yep. That's just the part for the course. I believe I don't need to comment on any of what we just read. That is basically how that works. Model spaceship. And some more things over here. The trip blade here sucks, so I'll just destroy it and take the rest of the stuff. We got some robots over here. The robots themselves have Adrena time. That's weird, isn't it? Hunting rifle hyper. Yeah, that's pretty good. And it's just a lot of marauders that I believe I killed. I'll Although, might be wrong about that. Shouldn't shoot that. Let's see what we have over here. And that's a way back. Over here. Unless it's a way forward. Well, I guess we'll find out. Nope, it's the way back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Came from there. Yes. Okay. Spacer's choice. We have a way forward over through here. This looks familiar. Just some limbs scattered about and all that. Definitely familiar. And this was a trap. It was an illusion. Okay. Yeah. This is just energy, I think. For a moment, it kind of feels like it's vats and people in there or something, but it isn't. It's just... Oh, this doesn't go anywhere either. And we're back up here. Did I loot these already? How diligent of me. Okay, some of them anyway. Some of this stuff I could definitely keep. But it doesn't really make much of a difference. Expended... that's too heavy. It's an interesting armor. A lot of Adreno time here. Actually, it's Adreno, which means it's healing. These are healing items. Yep. The items that I don't use, mind you. Let's see what we have over here. 2 manufacturing department. I imagine from Garcia. I run the SMC's interdepartmental systems and serfdom game. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but here it's systems and serfdoms. That's an interesting take on, you know, making a name for like Dungeons and Dragons. Because here serfdoms, it's more or less in theme, but systems is also in theme, but it's like, because it's the economical systems, or not necessarily. Systems in science means a specific thing. It can be applied to anything. It can be applied to biology, for example. But I think that this comes from the economical side of systems of things. Anyway, we host participants from every part of Spacer's Choice family, technical support, human resources, and even here in the manufactory. We just reached the stunning conclusion of our last campaign, and I have submitted the necessary paperwork to begin a new one soon. Interested? A few spaces for adventuring spacers are still available. Not sure what systems and serfdom is? Don't worry, we're beginner friendly, and I'll be happy to walk you through character creation and more. S&S is all about helping each other and having a good time after all. If you are not familiar with systems and serfdoms, fret not. Novice entry fees are minimal. Please note that I am required by corporate to submit a detailed report of our adventures for moral hygiene auditing. Please also note that any subversive character concepts will result in an immediate report. Of course. Sally, this is to Garcia from Jaramillo. Thank you for putting in the extra time to fix those technicals, or terminals rather, on the top floor. Even though you're not a designated member of the technical support team, your work saved me a reprimand on my permanent record. In fact, your work was so impressive that I thought you might appreciate having a few more tasks on your desk. You must have noticed the adhesive notes on your desk. These are backlogged repair tasks from the technical support team. I understand you've got your own work in the manufactory, but I think you'd benefit from the additional tasks. Remember, work fortifies the spirit. That is, man, wow. Talk about...
I wish I could do that.
Passive-aggressive. It's not even passive-aggressive, it's just blatantly aggressive. It's just like, take some work, and it's gonna do you good because you need your spirit fortified. Got a lot of junk in here. Got some computers. It's still quite a ways away, our objective. I'm a little bit surprised about that. We got a ring in there that I took for no reason. I want to make sure I don't miss anything back here. Because this place is a little bit of a mystery to me. bang my head against that. Because we took the first route, and it connects to somewhere, but there's more. This place goes to everywhere. Look at this. We got fridges back here, all empty. Apart from, clearly you could hear clinging things when we opened it, but we don't talk about those. Just got a lot of these things. Okay, this is a new room. There's a lot of adrenal on the floor. I think we're gonna get a boss fight or something to that extent. And we came from here, and this is the door that I opened. Okay, I'm understanding. I'm understanding what we're dealing with. Mag power, that's nice. What else? Backpack. That is definitely nice, although I have a few. Ooh, what is that? Adoring fan. What? That's not the first one we find. Is it? Once worn by a tossball fan who tried to support two opposing teams at the same match. If you look carefully, you might be able to find a few shards of real parietal bone embedded within the seams. Because he got killed? He got extra melee weapon skills. It's not a reference to Oblivion, as it turns out. It's just, maybe it is. I don't know. It's famous enough, the Adoring Fan in Oblivion. And is famous enough that, that maybe it is a reference. Hi! Pam? You're alive? I can't believe you're alive.
A happy team is a productive team. So please remember to meet your merriment quota of 3.47 hearty laughs per hour, or 6.85 sensible chuckles. Thanks.
It's just a quota. So you can go above that. You don't need extreme accuracy. And we got ourselves a workbench. And because... No, hold to repair at all. Yeah, sure. And because we have leveled up, I might be able to tinker... Hiccup. I have not leveled up. So we're... Yeah, I could tinker you. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's all my money gone, but nah, we don't need it. We don't need the money. We could get it as well. Like, just selling all the ammo could make up for... I don't know how expensive the ammo is. I'm not even sure you can sell the ammo, to be fair. Ooh. Gyro sight. You can definitely sell all the upgrades, though. And you should. If you're playing this game, don't forget to sell the upgrades, because they do add up to a lot. They're heavy. They're heavy is all I'm saying. Okay, so this is our objective. Let's see where we're going with this. This is not the most luxurious elevator. Yeah, I think we're about to... This is, yeah, yeah.
Is it weird if this thing kind of reminds me of the OSI building back in Edgewater? Like it's sort of... holy?
Huh. Thought they'd be using more assisty pig parts or something.
Holy. The OSI... Yeah, I kind of forgot about the OSI. That's the, that's Max's, temple thingy. In Edgewater. That's the only one that we found. I don't think that they have any other any presence anywhere else, which is sort of weird. I'm not sure you're supposed to read too much into that. I think it's just, you know, that's how it is. I could swear there's somebody in there, but there isn't. Synthesizing. Okay. No enemies. Lots of lens flare. I do enjoy that. It adds a little bit of charm to basically every one of these areas. I think it makes... Because it's very easy for you to look at these floors and just see, like... Well, it's just you know, it's just floors in the sense that it's a plane. It's like a flat thing with a texture on it. And I realize it doesn't look flat, but you know, if you know how video games work, if this is not your first game, you can easily tell that it's just the texture being like a special effect on the texture. But because of all the lens flare and all that, this game does a good job distracting from its own technological limitations. Limitations is what I'm trying to say.
All right. Now we can finally get that journal and get the heck out of here.
Yes, that is what we're here for. But it's not going to be that simple. Dr. Olivia Ambrose. That was really cool, actually. You can see the shadow of that. In fact, it's kind of interesting how they do that. Shadows, the way the game has shadows is clearly not like everything doesn't have a shadow. There's the self-cast shadows, like for example, you can see like there's some parts of here that are better illuminated than there. That's self-cast shadows. It's not actually what it's called. I don't know what it is called, but self-cast shadows are a different thing. They're not used anymore. But a lot, like we're looking at this, all we're seeing is ambient occlusion, and we're not really actually seeing shadows. Like you don't see a shadow cast by this thing over there because there's light over there. So they do a good job. Again, it's just hiding the technological limitations. Because if you're gonna do proper full-on shadows, you only ray tracing can really do it. And then you'd see the technological limitations, because it's really a lot, especially in a place like this. There's so many things going on at the same time. There's a door there. What's going on? You guys falling over or something? Music box. Yeah, this is not our objective. What is this? I mean, ooh, that is very expensive. Look at this armor. Damage versus humans, damage versus creatures. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's not very common that we see such expensive armor. It is pretty heavy, but you know, it's also not particularly good armor. And there's something here. Yeah, but you could easily discard this as just being, you know, it's what the factory does. It's the synthesis chamber. But I think we're gonna learn. Adjusted rotation speed on centrifuge. Oh, it's a centrifuge, which makes sense for synthesis, because they would need, you know, DNA sampling and all that sort of stuff requires centrifugification. It's basically you destroy things very, very well. And anyway, AT3245, as per Dr. Ambrose's request, hopefully that should yield a few more batches with each production cycle. Still a little short of quotas, but we're doing our best. Updated the access code to the synthesizer production routine. Reported it back to Dr. Ambrose. Dr. Ambrose recorded the access code in her journal, as always. Dr. Ambrose has a habit of writing everything down. It's unnerving. I never know when I'm being audited. So it's a good thing that we came here first. They're always being audited, by the way. It's a good thing that we came here first, because that way we know what's going to happen in regards to the journal. And this is just the elevator. Okay. Is that a secret passage or a secret exit? Or a secret entrance or a secret exit? Lots of alcohol. Nothing extraordinary. Adreno there. And I think I'm gonna need something for that. Is that it? No. Where's my armor? It's usually easy for me to identify. Did I sort this? What? No, it's over there. Right. It is easy, but I failed. Wow, indeed.
How'd you do that?
Deadeye rifle, pretty sweet. But nothing extraordinary. This is just the outside. Really interesting. I'm not sure that it's supposed to be like this. Yeah. I don't know. There's some interaction there with multiple shaders that makes it weird. Look at that. We can see the shadow again.
Great work.
Thank you. Prototype light pistol. Now that is interesting. What do you mean, prototype light pistol? You mean it's a badass weapon? It's amazing, actually. Good. Good. Okay. This is not the journal. Let's see. Admin functions. There are no administrative functions available at this time. There's also no more time in the episode at this time. So we're going to see these incoming messages in the next one. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been The Outer Worlds. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.